Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. I will discuss about what is the difference between after advice, after returning advice, and after throwing advice. Let's draw a diagram. Let's assume this is the business logic. Business logic, public class. Let's assume it is a security check. So this is the service class. Annotated at service inside security check. We have one method. Assume public string validate. We are validating the some user data. We are validating. Yeah, validation logic. Validation, validation logic. Suppose some validation logic is there. Yeah, expect class is there. Expect class. It is a secondary logic. Secondary logic or secondary logic or additional logic. Additional logic is there. Public suppose check expect the component expect yet expect is a Java class. Remember, expect contains number of advisors and point cuts. So in this class, expect class, I will write three advisors. Public void. Suppose I will give M1. This is the one expect class. I'm using after. This is the after advice. This is the after returning advice. After throwing advice. So one expect class is there. In this class, three advisors are there. I'm writing one point cut public void. Suppose P1. Yeah, at point cut of execution. Here we need to mention this business method like post access modifier. It is a public next if any modifier like static if anything next return type next package name. Here I am not mentioning package name, so ignore. Next class name security check. Next method name validate if any parameters. If zero or any parameters, then you can use dot semicolon double quotation close. You can mention here P1 P1 P1. So suppose if business method executed. Suppose this is the business method, it is executed, then so business method executed. Yeah, suppose two scenarios. This is the at after advice. It is success scenario. It is failure scenario. Failure. So let's after advice. What is after advice? The advice is executed after executing the business logic. In any case, either success or failure. So this after advice is executed after executing the business method. Post business method is executed after this after advice is executed. Post this business method is executed after it going to this after advice is executed either in success scenario or failure scenario. Both scenarios, it will be executed. It will be executed. Suppose this is the success scenario. This is the failure scenario. So let's success, failure at after advance. After. So yeah, coming to our this topic. What is the difference between after advance, after returning advance, and after throwing advance? Come here. The advance is executed after executing the business method. So this after advance, this is the advance after advance executed after executing the business method. So after this business method executed, this business method executed, then this after is executed either in case of success scenario or failure scenario. It is called after advance. It is called after advance. So what is after returning? What is after returning? Here at after returning. That means the advice is executed after executing the business method only in a success scenario. Means after executing this business method, after executing this big business method, if this business method is successfully executed, then only after returning advice is executed. After returning advice is executed. So next, yet after throwing, the advice is executed after executing the business method. So post business method is executed after if the business method throws an exception. If this business method it will throws any exception, then after throwing it is executed. After throwing executed. So here coming to here. After once business method is executed, either in success scenario or failure scenario, after advice is executed. Once business method is executed in success scenarios only, after returning advice is executed. Once business method is executed, after only exception scenarios will be executed at after throwable. So let's go to the note points. At after advice. So simply after advice, the advice is executed after executing the business method only business method in any case, either success or failure. When after advice is executed, the advice is executed after executing the business method. So after executing this business method, after advice is executed, in any case, either success or failure. In any case, it will be after advice is executed in any case, either success scenario or failure scenario. Once this method execution completed, either success scenario or failure scenario, after advice is executed. Second one, after returning advice. After returning advice, the advice is executed after executing the business method only in a successful scenario. After returning advice, the advice is executed after executing the business method only in successful scenario. So coming to once our business method successfully executed, then only after returning is executed. while executing the business method, if any error is coming, then it will be executed after returning advice. If successfully business method is executed, then it will be called after returning advice. If any failure, it will be called after throwing advice. So next, after throwing advice, the advice is executed. The advice is executed after executing the business method. If the business method throws an exception, it works only on failure scenario. It will work only on failure scenario. This is the most important interview question. Remember, this is the most important interview question. After throwing advice, yeah, what is the difference between after advice, after returning advice, and after throwing advice? After advice, the advice is executed after executing the business method. In any case, either success or failure. Yeah, once this business method is executed, it will be executed after advice, either success scenario or failure scenario. After returning advice, this advice is executed after executing the business method only in a success scenario. Only in success scenario. Once this business method is executed, if successful, then only after returning advice is executed. After throwing advice, the advice is executed after executing the business method. If the business method throws an exception, it throws an exception. It works only on failure scenario. Suppose if this business method is failed execution, then only it will be executed after throwing advice. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel.